Skinwalker Ranch really derived its name from a curse.
Just imagine you're walking through a quiet forest, or maybe driving down a lonely road at night. The air feels a little too still, the shadows a little too dark. Then you hear it, a voice. It sounds just like someone you know, someone you trust. But when you turn around, there's no one there. Not a sound, not a sign of movement. You call out. Now, imagine that voice isn't coming from a person at all. It's coming from a skinwalker. A creature with the ability to wear another's skin, mimic their voice, and move unnoticed in the world. This isn't just some creepy bedtime story. This is the tale of a dark, ancient force that might be closer than you think. Watch this video until the end to find out everything about the Skinwalker legend and how it might just be lurking near you. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more chilling tales you won't want to miss. Everyone's been buzzing about this mysterious topic lately. It's all over the internet, and people can't stop asking, who are they? Where did they come from? Why is everyone so obsessed with them? And you know what? I get it. It's fascinating, a little creepy, and totally mysterious. Oh, and by the way, we're talking about skinwalkers, creatures from Navajo legends that can shapeshift and mimic voices. Now, here's the thing. You might already know bits and pieces about this, but I'm here to break it down for you, step by step, because this is one story you don't want to miss. So, let's dive in. Do you ever feel like someone or something is watching you, even when you're completely alone? What if I told you there's a legend that's been passed down for generations about beings who can look like anyone, anything, and are always watching? They're called skinwalkers, and the more you learn about them, the more you'll understand why they've terrified people for centuries. The story begins with the Dine people, better known as the Navajo, who have lived in the southwestern United States for generations. A skinwalker, or Yinablushi in the Navajo language, is a witch or sorcerer who has turned away from the good and embraced evil. They have one horrifying ability that makes them unlike anything else in folklore. They can change their form. Imagine seeing a coyote on the side of the road, only for it to suddenly stand on two legs and speak. Or hearing the voice of a loved one calling out to you, only to find it wasn't them at all. This is the power of a skinwalker. They can mimic animals, humans, and even voices perfectly.
How you doing? Oh!
But how does someone become a skinwalker? According to Navajo belief, it's not something you're born as. It's a choice, and it requires an unthinkable act. To gain the powers of a skinwalker, a person must perform a ritual that involves sacrificing a family member.
The skinwalker is a shapeshifter. It's somebody who's offered themselves, so to speak, and they sacrifice somebody in their family that's very, very dear, very loved to them in order to attain this power.
This act severs their connection to humanity and allows them to acquire supernatural abilities. Skinwalkers crave control and will do anything to achieve it, even if it means destroying the ones they love. Once someone becomes a skinwalker, they gain abilities that make them almost impossible to escape. They can also alter their human appearance, making it nearly impossible to tell who they really are. Their ability to mimic voices is particularly terrifying. You might hear your best friend calling for help, only to realize too late that it's not them at all. They're also incredibly fast and strong, able to outrun any human, climb steep cliffs, and leap across vast distances. And it doesn't stop there. They can curse people, causing illnesses or even death. Their powers are as varied as they are terrifying, but there are ways to spot them if you know what to look for. When they take human form, their eyes give them away. Skinwalkers can move their eye muscles in ways that humans can't, and their lashes often grow straight out instead of curling to the sides. Their size is also unnatural, taller and broader than most humans. When in animal form, their limbs are often twisted or bent in strange ways, and their glowing orange or red eyes are unmistakable. In Navajo culture, skinwalkers are not a topic to be discussed lightly. It's believed that even talking about them can draw their attention. People are careful to avoid saying their name or showing too much interest, for fear that it might bring one closer. This is why, even on social media, you'll often see people commenting with respect on posts about skinwalkers.
Most people out here have seen them.
Most people?
Yeah, and have had some experience
Within
with
their
them.
families, somebody
Within their
seen them,
families.
yeah. Wow.
But they don't talk about it. The only thing that's different with us is we've investigated these cases and we're not afraid to talk about it.
This is exactly what we need because we're here to gather data.
One story that's gone viral recently adds to the mystery. A TikTok video shows someone filming late at night after hearing someone scream for help. In the distance, they spot a figure standing completely still. The screaming continues, but the figure doesn't move an inch. If you ever suspect you've encountered a skinwalker, the best thing you can do is leave immediately. Don't engage, don't respond to voices calling your name, and don't follow anything that seems out of place. The Navajo people believe that the more you focus on skinwalkers, the more attention they'll give you. So, what do you think? Are skinwalkers just legends? Or is there something more to the stories? Whatever the case may be, remember to tread carefully. You never know what might be lurking just out of sight, waiting for you to let your guard down. And that's the spine-chilling story of the skinwalkers. These creatures aren't just legends. They're whispers in the dark, creeping around us, hidden behind faces we know, voices we trust. The idea that someone, or something, could wear another's skin and move through the world undetected is enough to make anyone question reality. Imagine it. One moment, you're in a familiar place, and the next, you feel that something's off. A voice that sounds like someone you know, but there's no movement, no sign of life around. What if that person isn't who they say they are? What if they've taken on a shape that's not their own? These skinwalkers have abilities that go beyond human understanding. They can run faster than anything you've ever seen, climb mountains, leap great distances, and mimic voices in a way that will make you second-guess your every step. They can walk among us, unseen, and the moment you realize it, it's often too late. The ritual they undergo to gain these powers involves sacrifice, sacrificing someone they love to gain unimaginable strength. But in doing so, they lose a part of their humanity, becoming something else. And once they've crossed that line, there's no going back. So the next time you're out in the woods, or even just walking home, remember the thing standing in the distance, or the voice calling out to you from the darkness, might not be what it seems. It could be a skinwalker, watching, waiting, ready to step into your world and become someone you trust. If you're as fascinated and freaked out by this story as I am, make sure you hit that like button, share it with someone who might need to know, and subscribe. Trust me, you won't want to miss the next story. We're just scratching the surface of the eerie, the unknown, and the terrifying. Stay alert, stay safe, and remember, not everything you see is what it seems.